Yeah, next topic is a source of supply and conditions.
Mm.
So analyze price determination basics. I think this is just price control and how the price determination happens in the PO calculation schemas. I think we have seen that we are checking in more detail here. Price determination conditions. I think we have this time dependent and time independent conditions that they are explaining. Yeah. So this we have seen like time independent. Mainly the purchase order is a time independent document where this PO does not have any time limit, right? So when the PO is closed, so that the specific price also will be completed to that time. Okay. So, but in case of info record and contract and general conditions, they are like based on the validity period or whatever the date we give in the document. Only they are valid for those specific period. So that's why they are called as a time dependent. And scheduling agreement and quotation, this will be time dependent or time independent, depends on the customizing settings for the document type. So there's a
Mm.
checkbox. If you select that, it becomes a time independent, time dependent. Otherwise, it becomes a time independent only. Okay. So document type will control the scheduling agreement quotation, whether it's time dependent or time independent. Those things. This. Specific to supplier and invoices, we can add the prices. So we have path, okay, that is in easy access screen. We have this materials management, purchasing, master data, conditions, okay, discounts and surcharges. We can add per vendor. That is transaction code is MEKE. We can use the surcharges, and we can also create MEKJ by invoicing party. Okay, this is specifically for that we can create discount and surcharges. This is specifically for the invoicing party. Based on the partner role, we can create the MEKJ. Okay, can maintain the surcharges and the discounts. So time dependency conditions, the conditions that are time India. Okay, not the following. These are they're telling time dependent conditions. So generally, as I told, this RFQ and the scheduling agreement. These two are dependent on the document type. Okay, accordingly, we can consider as a time dependent or time independent. And generally, PO will be the time independent document with the conditions. So next, calculation schema. This calculation schema is kind of an uh, object wherein it controls. It has all the condition types which are used in the document. Gross price, surcharges, freight, discounts, and it has a calculation where it gives us the net value as well as the effective value. Okay, for the specific document. So that's how the calculation schema will use to calculate the specific final value of the document, effective price or the net price. So this is how the structure of calculation schema will looks like. We'll have the steps. The steps will having a counter, and we'll specify what condition types which are allowed for each calculation schema. The description and from and to specifies the calculation from what step it has to take and calculate the price. Okay,
Mm.
accordingly, net value and the actual price or the effective price of the specific material or the document will be arrived. Okay, so this gives us the framework to calculate the price in the document. So generally in SAP, for the gross price, we have two condition types. One is PB00 and PBXX. PB00 always, this will be a time dependent condition type. Okay, this will be picked up from the info record or contract. Okay, Okay, like that. But PBXX, we can enter it manually. Okay, that's where the PBXX will be used to enter the gross price manually. In case if it is not determined by the any of the time dependent conditions or the time dependent sources. Okay, so these condition types will have so many control parameters to control it in the customizing. The important control functions are like group condition. So group condition, like it is like we are grouping together different condition types. Okay, and that is if I select a group condition, so that specific condition type we can group it more than once. Okay, like PB0 and PBXX, we can use it in one calculation schema, right? So it is based on this specific checkbox. And the specific condition types which are available at the header are item condition. Generally in the PO we have condition even available at the header and the item level, right? So whether in condition type, if I want to use at both the cases, I need to select header and item. Okay, like that. Or if it is only available for header, I need to select only header. If I want available only for the item, I need to select item. Okay, like that. That condition type will be allowed at the header or item level. And we have another. This one is condition class. So condition class specifies whether what are the condition types we are creating, that is a gross price or discount. So that will be determined by the condition class. So condition rule. This determines the whether it's a fixed amount, okay, or it is based on the quantity, or it is calculated based on the percentage or the some base value. So that will be based on the calculation rule. So plus and minus specifies whether we need to consider it as a gross price or discount, okay, or freight. So that will be determined based on this plus and minus sign. Okay, plus means it is keeps on adding the cost to the base value. If it's a minus sign, it will get reduced. Okay, so
Mm.
these are some of the control parameters for the condition types.
Okay.
And we have the scales. Scales we can specify. The scales is only allowed for time dependent condition types. Okay, so scale means it is like if more and more we purchase, the vendor will gives us the price reduction. Okay, consider if I'm buying some material till 100 piece, the price is 100 rupees for each piece. If I'm buying 200 piece, he may be reducing it to 99 rupees per piece or 98 rupees per piece. So that is a scale. So 1 to 100, if I'm buying the quantity, the price is
Mm.
100. In case in the PO, if I increasing to 101, the quantity, then it will take 98 rupees. So based on scale, if I specify. Okay, scale will gives us the based on the quantity or based on the value, the the price will be reduced by the vendor. Okay, and we have this schema group RM0000. This is a standard schema group which is available
Mm.
from SAP. So we can use this to copy or create uh, vendor for their own the customer. So they can use and create the customized schema for their own purpose. Okay, these are the path which are available to create condition types and set calculation schema. So this is customizing, this is also customizing both. So next is exercise. So creating purchase order. So they added some custom condition type ZC00. So we're adding another line, selecting some discount. So this is how the calculation happens in the calculation schema.
Okay.
Okay, so as discount is 10, so it is getting reduced for this. Okay, net value will be proposed accordingly. So if you click on analysis, here from here we can see what schema the condition PO has been determined. This would be checked from here in analysis tab. So this is the schema or procedure which is taken up. RM0000. We are checking the customizing settings for that calculation schema.
Mm.
So this is the path metals management conditions and set calculation schema purchasing. So here we can see the calculation schema. So this they're just giving example how this step, okay, the from and to this is will be used to calculate the value. So from which base you need to calculate the value for the discount what they are using, right? So here you can see it is mentioned as one. One means from step one it has to take the value. Step one is PB00. So from the gross price, the discount will be reduced.
Okay.
Okay, so that the calculation has to happen. Okay, so like that we have yeah, different this one also options here to come whether this condition type has to enter manually or it has to come automatically, whether it has to print. Okay, these are the different options which are available. Okay, for the condition types control. These are some of the things which are controlled by the program. Okay, just based on here the number you can see 9, 6, 31, 32. So this is something technical. Okay, technically the program will control according to the requirement. So all these are different condition types like discount, percentage, freight. Okay, so
Mm.
available as a standard.